And how's it going, guys? It is Coworker Corey, and today the anime that I'm going to be reviewing is Violet Evergarden. If you guys haven't heard of the show, I'm actually going to be quite surprised. If you have heard of the show and you don't know if you're going to want to watch it yet, then watch till the end. I got a lot of points I want to get into, and hopefully you get interested in watching it, because I loved the show personally. And there's quite a few things to take away from the show, but I'm just going to touch on some things because a lot of what comes out of it that I can say will be kind of a spoiler. So I'm going to try to save you guys some of that. And the first thing I want to talk about is that if you're apathetic or have been apathetic or do have apathetic tendencies, this is the anime you should watch. Like 100% watch this anime. You'll love it. Especially if you have a problem with being apathetic. This shows such an accurate, I want to say 100%, because it's taking some things of an apathetic person to the extreme. There's embellishments to it, but Violet's the closest that a character's ever gotten, personally for me, for how I was when I was apathetic, to how an apathetic person does, and especially how they grow out of it. And that's kind of like what you're seeing in this. It's a slice of life anime, for those who don't know, and it's a single person narrative. It's not a cast. It's not like Tsundere Children. I said that weird, but it's not like Tsundere Children where there's a whole cast of people and you're seeing each individual story. That's not happening here. You're watching Violet Evergarden, and that's it. All the characters, all the world and everything is kind of going around her. There is things going around that she doesn't play a huge role in. She's just kind of there. But for the most part, it's all plot building, all different things to grow her and her character. And if you're not into that, then maybe this anime isn't for you. I just want to give that warning now. Like, if a lot of people or some of you want to watch the show and be like, oh, I want really diverse characters, like this isn't there. I mean, the characters are nice, they're very well designed, but it's very easy to tell that they're there to really support Violet, and I'm okay with it. A lot of my slice of life, I do prefer a diverse cast, but with Violet's case, it was pretty good. And the reason why I say apathetic people should watch this is because her journey from going in, what got me away is, and this is in the first episode, so it's not very spoiler, is that she focuses on one emotion. If you've had a problem with being apathetic for a while and growing out of it, you kind of focus on this one emotion, and you're like, I want to understand this. I want to get this back. And that's what she strives to. And to me, that spoke volumes. So like that's accurate. That's what I had going for me. And I'm sure for others, it would be the same. And I think that seeing that is going to be really amazing for some of you. Also, having her inner apathetic tendencies is a little bit better than like Kakashi, where they're more distant and they try to put away from themselves from people. It's also better than Shu, who's a little more like argumentative and kind of like mean. Violet just straight up doesn't understand. She just doesn't. She'll admit it. You'll see it in her actions. It's a very good way of seeing like apathy in a person growing to trying to understand themselves, and I think that's really nice. I know Shu and Kakashi may not be the best examples, but they just will come into my mind right now. Now, in terms of the animation, beautiful. It's done by Kyoto Animations, and if you don't know who Kyoto Animations are, you must be new to anime. And I'm just gonna say right now, Kyoto Animations never disappoint in like how beautiful their animes are. They all look the same, or relatively the same. They have a style they kind of doing, but it's really good. And with Violet Evergarden, they kind of mix 2D and 3D animations. And I'll try to give some examples of like her typing. That's usually when they have it. When she's typing, because she has metallic hands, you'll go in when you watch the show why she has her metal hands. It's usually done in 3D, right? There's some instances when you see them and they're done in 2D animation, but for the most part, it's 3D animated. Sometimes I kind of look at it and go, is that 2D? Is that 3D? Anyways, they do a really good job of blending the 2D and 3D animation together where it doesn't hurt your eyes. You know, the whole animation beginning to end, solid work. And the story itself, it's just a slice of life. Like I was saying earlier, slice of life. It has a meaningful lesson in it. But for those who want like a diverse characters, it's not in there. I mean, the people who she works with, I'll pull up a picture of the entire cast. They all have their own personalities. They all have different things, but each character kind of gives Violet a new lesson to learn, you know? And that's all they're really there for, and they don't really have the limelight very often, or not long at all. Maybe a few minutes. They're just not given their own real story, you know? They're just there. And the world itself, for the world building and how the world state is and how they designed it kind of like outside of Violet, I think it's really interesting. There's certain countries that you see or hear about, certain culture things that you'll see, and it's pretty cool. It's not anything super crazy or anything where it's like Land of the Lustrous, like Cowboy Bebop or something, where like the world is just something that you just want to know more about, you know? Like One Piece, if you're into One Piece, or Naruto or Bleach, where, you know, you kind of just want to theorize different things of the world. Violet's not really there. It's more like the world is interesting enough that you can kind of focus on and lose focus on Violet for a second and see the world, you know? The last thing is the soundtrack. The soundtrack is amazing. It really hits the emotional points pretty well, and it makes even some of those emotional moments really hard. Like, got a little teary in some of those moments because the music hits at the right moment when something's just being said, and I'm just like, okay, I'm sad boy now. I'm gonna go cry in the corner over there and let my emotions peel out. Some of those songs you might put into your own playlist. Like, there's probably a couple of them that I don't know the names to, would have to go in, and I would love to have it in my normal playlist. It's just very relaxing. It's not something I would do or play when I'm doing video games or something, but definitely be a song I'd play while I'm cleaning the house or other things. And now I'm going to go in and give you guys kind of the metrics of it all. The story itself for Violet, I give it an 8. I think it's really well done, well above the average. But what keeps me from getting a 9 is the cast. If they were able to give it a diverse cast, which I think they would need more episodes than what it was given. There's like 12 episodes, maybe 13 episodes, and a movie. I think they need a second season and really give those characters more time to be in the center than Violet, right? And that would help out the show a lot and make it into more of like a 9. For the world state, the world building kind of a thing, I think that's more of a 7. It's above the average, but not so much so that I think people are going to go away thinking about the world even after the anime's finished and not just the main character. It's really just going to be Violet that you think about once you're done with the anime, and that takes away from the world rating. Then for my personal rating and like how I enjoyed it, I give it a 9. But I'm a slice of life person. That's kind of a bias in there, and you'll see that in future reviews. Like, if it's a slice of life, the ratings are going to be personally a little bit higher because I enjoy it and I have a very open mind to these slice of life animes, and Violet spoke to me, and that's why I give it a 9. The soundtrack, I would say probably a 7, and the reason why I give that is that it's not anything like super unique of the sounds that are coming from it. I'm sure they may have designed something in particular for them, but for the most part it was really just execution of those songs that really made it good, not the songs themselves. And I don't really have much else to say besides this, and I hope you guys enjoy the video, and leave a like if you enjoy it, get more of it. I plan on doing more reviews. I'm probably going to go into doing some game series reviews that I've been finishing up on Twitch. Follow me on Twitch as well. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in the next review, alright? but definitely be a song I play while I'm cleaning the house or other things.